Good day. Today we are going to talk about how condition works, and let's start. Conditional branching is a way of directing users to the next block based on conditions. The condition from top to bottom will correspond to the branch from left to right. So how does the bot decide which branch to take? This is where the magic happens. Then each or equal to 20,000. Meanwhile, the second branch has conditions to check if the user response on the block is greater than 20,000 and less than 50,000. There is also a third and final branch called a default branch, which we will discuss in a bit. The system checks each branch in order from top to bottom. So in the example above, it will take the first branch, right? And check whether your SB block 1 is less than 20,000 or equals to 20,000. If the response meets this condition, it will not check the second branch anymore and push the conversation in the direction of branch 1 or wherever you connected the socket corresponding to branch 1. Alright? And for the second branch, if it doesn't meet this condition, it will check the second branch. If it does meet the conditions in this branch too, then the conversation will move in the direction of branch 2. Alright? But what if it meets neither of this condition? What if in the above example, your SB block 1 is 60,000? It is not less than or equal to 20,000, so branch 1 will not be activated. It is not between 20,000 and 50,000 as well, so branch 2 will not be activated either. So this is where the default branch comes into play. The default branch is a fallback. If the bot checks every branch that you have created and none of them are activated, then the bot will send you in the direction of the default branch. Alright? So that is how it happens. It will check from the first one to the second one until the last one, whatever your user meets condition. Alright? Now let's talk about the values we can use, alright? So first is AND OR. With conditional jump feature, you can check the multiple conditions in a single branch. So remember the example that we had used before. We check if the number is above 20,000 and below 50,000, right? And the way you can do this is using the AND OR operator within the branch. The use of AND OR here is similar to how we will use it in an English sentence, meaning if we use AND, then the attribute should satisfy both conditions A and B in the example. Alright? But if we use OR, value being compared has to satisfy either condition A or condition B. Okay? But what if there are more than two conditions? Then simply take this other example. So the branches with the ends condition always get grouped together. So this means that in the above example, URSP block 1 has to either be less than 20,000 or between 50 and 70,000. This means that 10,000 will activate this branch because again it is less than 20,000. 60,000 will activate this branch as well because it is between 50,000 and 70,000. 30,000 will not activate this branch because there is no condition that will meet the said value. Alright, now let's proceed with the comparison operators. Broadly speaking, you can make two types of comparison, the number comparison and string comparison. Number comparison is used when you want to check a number input the user has submitted. Like all of the examples above, with numbers comparison, you can check whether a value is equal to, not equal to, less than, or greater than a specific value. With string comparison, you can compare pieces of text. So if a user response is a piece of text, say for example a city name, using the auto-suggestion feature, you can check and see what the city the user typed in using the string comparison. And these are the options you can use. Is not, contains, and not contains. So these operators are fairly self-explanatory, but here is a quick example. So in this example, is means that the value written here, which is Florida, should be selected by the user. Okay, so is not for vice versa. Then not contains means that the value should not have the word Orlando in it. Okay, and contains for vice versa. Meaning you can use this if you want to filter out everyone who resides in Florida except for the city of Orlando. Alright, so that is how you use the condition in this case. Now let's try creating one in automation. So here we will group the rate or responses according to the stars given by your user. Alright, so you will see that we have three branches here, 1, 2, and 3, which is the default one. The third one is the default one. So for the first branch, we'll have less than or equals to 4, okay? Then the second branch has greater than or is equals to 2 and less than 4. And the default branch meaning higher than 4, alright? So if you see the connected branches here, it has been categorized into bad, normal, and good ratings, alright? So let's try this one. Here you will see that I fall under the normal or second branch because I gave a 3-star rating. So you will see here the user input type with the ratings here, and depending on the rating you can modify the message that they will receive like this. And take note to add not to add the normal rating here. I just added this one so you can see the conditions. Okay, so that is how basically the conditions work. And now we are done reviewing. So if you need any assistance, simply send us a message on our Facebook page. Thank you and see you next time.